Hey Mike, how you doing? Long day again. I'm going to kind of like do an open lesson tonight. I was going to do stick control and syncopation, and we'll just see how this thing goes. I wanted to do some additional hand exercises. So let me give you the floor, and what would you like to work on as far as the drum pad is concerned? Singles, doubles, endurance, accents, you name it, and we'll go to it. I'm not sure if you did this lesson with me. What I'm doing, endurance. Okay. Well, endurance, like, your ability to play for a long period of time or do something for a long period of time. And the only way to do that, for example, if you want to do singles, I mean, I could sit here and do singles for a half an hour, but I'm not going to do that. What I do is I set the metronome. First of all, I need to loosen up. But for example, I'm going to put the metronome at 100, Michael. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to do 16th notes, like so, at 100. That's my quarter note. So I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. What I'll do is I have a timer. If you can see the timer, I don't know if you can see that. There's such a delay in this thing. But it's a timer that I'm going to put on for 3 minutes and 37 seconds. I'm going to stop at 3 minutes, and I will. This is a loosening up thing for me. I'm going to do 16th notes for three minutes. Different heights. I'll just sit there nice and relaxed. Make sure my right hand, my left hand are equalized. I don't want to hear it. That's a no-no. Keeping the tempo. This is a right hand lead. So I'm developing the right side. So if I just keep playing singles for 3 minutes at different sticking heights, decrescendo, crescendo, watch. Nice and soft to a crescendo. I'm just playing for 3-4 minutes. And it's not to loosen up with because I'm not loose. Now, if I wanted, I'm doing the right hand lead. So if I want to switch to the left, I have to tag on a paradiddle to make the switch. Now on my left hand, and I'm playing the accent of 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Make a switch. The right side. So we'll do 2 rights and 2 lefts. Right, right. Left side, left side. So on and so forth. That's basically how you develop some endurance. There's a couple other ways to do it, but this I find very effective. Now, I need to loosen up. I can feel my hands very tight. If the air conditioner don't help at all. You need it because I don't want to be sweating. I have too many lights on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to vamp. I'm going to make vamping a little bit interesting. And this sort of is in the Master Studies 2. I got this, I guess you can call it an inspiration. If I'm vamping, I'm developing my vamp, which is half a single stroke. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my right hand, and I'm just going to play 8th notes. Now, I'm going to look at stick control, the first line. And that's 8th notes alternating the strokes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to eliminate the lefts and play just the rights. I'm going to reference rather off the page as just the rights as accents. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just played all the rights as accents. I take that down to line 2, okay? Now, the right falls on the ands. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Now I can go in and out of line 1 and line 2. That's on the right side. If I did it on the left side, same thing. I'm referencing off the page as right. So I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2. Back. It's a good exercise. Now that's a pretty simple part of it. Now we go to line 3, which is right, right, left, left. We're going to have 2 right-hand accents from in a row. And I have to set myself up to get back to the 2 right-hand accents. So if I'm playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, now 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You understand that, Michael? I'll slow that one down if you don't understand the concept or the approach. I'm playing 8th notes, and I'm going to accent the counts of 1 and 3 and. Now I have to set myself up with the level system. The first stroke is going to be a free stroke. Second stroke is going to be a downstroke. The 2 is going to be a tap, and the and of 2 is going to be an upstroke. I'm back. It's a good exercise. 1 and 2. Excuse me. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And you do it to the same thing on the left side. Okay, it's a really good exercise to develop something like you want to develop endurance. So what I'll do is I'll hang out with it here. 1, 2, and just randomly pick my accents. Now, if you go to the stick control book, I believe it's page. Let me get. Hold on. Where's the stick control book? And this is great for your endurance. We go to, let's say, page 13. Because we're doing a straight up and down thing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That vamp is half the single stroke. Now if I eliminate it, if I'm doing that, 3, 4, 1, 2, it's half the vamp. So now, we go to page 13, line 1. It's a 4-measure increment. Okay. I play this now at 4/4, not cut time yet. When I was with Morello, I thought I had it going on. I had it at 208. That's as far as the metronomes went at that time. Just a tick. And I thought, hey, I got it, man. I got the thing at 208. Then he'd take me down to 104 and do it in cut time. And start all over again. That's the journey. So here's what we're going to do. It's a 4-measure increment. You have 3 measures the same, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4th measure. 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the 4 E and the 1, 2, 3, 4. You see how I'm doing that, Michael? Now, what I'm doing is I'm not tagging the vamp on it or extending the vamp. I'm just playing the line as written. So I'll do that at say 100. 1, 2, watch, now. 1, 2, nice and relaxed. Back to the beginning. Let's measure. And I'll do that for a while at different tempos. Now, here's where the endurance starts to develop. I just did a 4-measure increment. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to tag a vamp. at the end of the line. Now the vamp's not going to be an 8th note vamp, it's going to be a 16th note vamp. Single strokes for 4 measures. So I'll play it first without the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last measure. 3, vamp. 1 E and the 2 E and 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2. Back to the beginning. So on and so forth. Now put that in tempo. 100. 1, 2. With the vamp. 1, 2. Last measure. Vamp. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4, 4. Back. And vamp. Now that's at 100. Now, what I do, that's just to put a vamp at the end of it. Now, what you want to do, once you feel good with that, then you want to expand the vamp. Let's try 130. You want to expand the vamp for just for as long as you can, for 3 minutes, 2 minutes. I'm not going to put the timer on. I'm going to play the line a few times with the vamp over and over again. Then I'm going to expand on the vamp. 1, 2. Vamp. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, vamp. 1. Now I'm going to extend the vamp. I'm just going to play this over and over again for 3 or 4 minutes, different heights, so on and so forth. You understand that? That's going to help you with your endurance. Now, nobody sits and plays a set of drums in a tune playing single strokes for 3 or 4 minutes. The objective there is to make the short roll combinations quick. So you're not expanding. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. You attack it. All right, that's just one exercise. You do that with the right side, and you do it with the left side. Let's do the left side. And that's usually, if you're right-handed, well, yeah, the left side is going to be a little weaker because you're accustomed to playing everything right-sided. And when we were born, we were equalized. The right and left were equal. Okay? And, all our lives, we're playing right-handed. We're doing everything right-handed. We pick up a phone. We eat with the fork and the spoon with the right hand. We write with the right hand, so on and so forth. Not that the left was unable to do that. But the left's been on vacation for a long time. So now you're calling, yo, Mr. Left Side, let's do this. And the left goes, oh boy. And it feels a little bit awkward and a lot weaker. So if you're right-handed, you should spend a lot more time on the left side. If you're left-handed, spend more time on the right side. I have some students that come in here who are left-handed but play right-handed, which I think is pretty cool because that gives them a little bit of advantage. They don't even know that. All right, let's hit on, do it slow. First, let's do the second line, page 13, which is a left-hand lead. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Equal sound. And 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you feel it. Put the tempo on. Whatever tempo you select. Now you don't want to force this. You want to see I'm relaxed here. Let the stick do the work. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. We're not in a contest. It's about you and the drumstick. 1, 2, 3, bam. 1, 2. We already know what that is. 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you put it on the metronome. You're feeling good about it. You're not forcing anything. And the object here, it's not how fast you can accomplish it. It's about how nice you can make it sound. If you notice that when I'm hitting the left and the right, the sound be the same. I'm not overpowering with my right, like so. Equalizing. That's what makes the cleanliness of the playing of your hands. We're not. First off, the stick control book has no accents whatsoever. So now I have 6 people watching and only one guy is interacting. Who else might be in here? At least say hello. I started a little early. Seven people now. Oh boy, we got a full house tonight. Okay, like I said this afternoon, who was ever in here, who's this? Brian, how you doing, Brian? Welcome again. My lesson schedule is going to be changing in August. Okay? I'm going to be streaming Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday on YouTube. 1 o'clock and 8 o'clock. Except the first Monday of August is not going to happen. But after that it's going to be every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Now, today I made about 5 or 6 different videos with the syncopation book. And, there's not going to be any drum set application until September. So I'm going to open up the site in September again, my homepage, and be doing some live lessons there as well as my regular schedule. The YouTube will change when I do reopen it. And if anybody feels gracious enough to join or become a member of my site, go visit the site. I would appreciate that. But right now, for the month of August, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 1 p.m. and 8 p.m. Except Monday would be 8:30 p.m. Now, if everybody has my email and emails me, I'll put you on the email list. You will get an agenda for the week. Whether we're going to do stick control book, Master Studies 1, Master Studies 2, whatever books that we're going to work with. The syncopation, the stick control book, 4-way coordination, all kinds of exercises. So you'll get that if you get on my mailing list. Does everybody here have my email? If not, I'm going to put it up there. Okay, so just email me and you'll get the agenda for that week. Now, Brian, you weren't here when we first started this, and there's like 7 people watching, and it's just you and Michael interacting. I wish the other people would interact, unless they're afraid to. I don't know why. That's what this is about. Making friends, sharing ideas, and learning. Okay, now, I was requested tonight to do some endurance exercises, and that's just one of a little endurance exercise that I do. Doing single strokes for 3-4 minutes at a variety of tempos, variety of heights. One thing that you want to do is play relaxed and very comfortable, okay, and understand the level system. Now, the level system is just a free stroke, a downstroke, a tap, and an upstroke. That's the basic right there. That's the control strokes. Now, there's all different kinds of positions that I could start and make a full stroke and a downstroke and a tap with different sounds. But this is the bottom line, the basic concept. A free stroke, a downstroke, a tap, and an upstroke. Now, the next exercise I'm going to do, or approach, is going to help you not only with endurance, it's going to help you with your accents, the levels, and plus your sound. Like I began the lesson with a vamp. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I do the vamp with the Bayonne, the clave, on the drum set with the samba foot pattern. But now, just on that one surface, one dimensional, I'm just going to vamp like this. I'm coming down about in a half stroke position, and I'm just hitting from that point. Equal sound. So now I'm going to look at the first line of stick control book, which is right, left, right, left, right, left, and say, okay, I'm going to just play this underneath, and I'm going to reference off the stick control book and say, okay, all the rights are going to become accents. So I'm playing this now. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now line 1, all the rights fall on 1, 2, 3, 4. Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just play the vamp with accents. I take that to the second line. I'm still playing 8 notes with the right hand. Nice and relaxed, no tension, no pounding, nothing. I go to the second line, all the rights fall on the ands. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to play the vamp like I'm doing, and I'm going to play all the ands, the accents. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So what I like to do is play line 1 and line 2. That gives me the sense of the downbeat and the upbeat. So now, 2 measures the first line, 2 measures the second line. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2. Over and over again. So on and so forth. This just went through my mind. I forgot to mention. Mike Clark will be sitting here a couple times next month, and we're going to do some drum pad application. It's very interesting. Now, do you all understand that? 1, 2, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2. Now, that's a very simple exercise. It gets a little bit more involved when we go to line 3. Because line 3 now, we have 2 rights in a row. And I want to continue that. 1, 2 accents in a row. And I have to set myself up to hit the next couple accents. So the 1 and is going to be free stroking down. The 2 is going to be a tap. And the and of 2 is going to be an upstroke. Watch. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now this is all coming from the wrist. No arm movement, no whatever they call molar, none of that stuff. It's just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you need to know the levels. I'm going to do it slow. If you want to write it down, or if you want the PDF sheet, email me. No problem. Okay? Now, let's do it slow. It's 1, I'm going to do 1 and 2 and. And I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to be in position to attack 3 and, 4 and. Watch this. 1 and 2 and. Hello, I'm here to attack. 3 and 4 and. I get a lot of feedback Well, I don't play. I don't need to learn that shit. I don't need to learn the levels. But whether you realize it or not, when you play, you are using the levels. It's just a natural. I'm sorry. That G. Oh man. That should be. I'm sorry. It should be 1001. I'm sorry, gentlemen. So anyway, when you're playing, whether you realize it or not, you're using the levels. So if you're using levels and you understand that and you're going to break it down slowly, all you're going to do is become stronger, better, cleaner, and more aware of what you're doing. It's just a natural way to play. If I'm going to hit something here, I'm not going to get into science or the physics or 25 to the square root or 25 to the fifth power equals a full stroke. I don't want to hear that nonsense. That's all bullshit. It's just a stroke coming down, like so. Simple. Now you have to be, it's just a natural way. If I'm just doing, you have a little kid. I'm going to hold my sticks for this next demonstration. French or German or whatever you want to call it, matched. And you have a little kid, 6, 7, 8 years old. And he wants to come here and say, all right, let me try that. And I say, all right, go like this. He will naturally just go like this. And believe it or not, his right and left all sound the same. Then you say, all right, make one harder, or hit one harder. He'll go like this. Naturally come up and come down. Naturally. It's the laws of physics. I don't want to get into the laws. It's there. Right? He will naturally do that. And that's what this is. All you're doing is practicing what is natural. You're reinforcing that natural thing. You reinforce what's natural, it becomes stronger. And you're aware of it. It's a simple process. 1, 2. Okay, so now, with that being said, we understand that I did line 3. Is there a special line you would like me to demonstrate with that exercise? Just throw it out there and just tell me what line. And I'll put it out there. No response. No, I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. Give me a line, gentlemen. And I'll break it down for you. Now, what I'm doing is on the right side. I haven't done the left side yet. I need a line from somebody. Give me a number. 10. Okay, let's see 10. Oh, that's a pretty simple one. All I'm doing is playing the and of 2 and the and of 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Mike, you must be feeling bad for me. You must think I'm old. All right, I'll break that down. Line 10. We're just vamping. And we're going to tag, or we're going to put rather, an accent on the and of 2 and the and of 3. 4 rather. So I have slow down. 1 and up, down. 1 and up, down. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. We got it? Now, being that we're on accents, I believe the last time I did single strokes, I left it at the 16th notes, like this. Referencing off the page. My bottom constant is, we understand line 10, gentlemen? Should I slow that down a little bit? All right. Good, Michael. Thank you for interacting, Mike. What I'm going to do here, I'm playing 16ths, and I'm thinking 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2. So I look at line 1, and I'm going to reference off of it, and I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to play wherever the right falls as an accent. The accent is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. line 2, again, the upbeat. It's on all the ands. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Now I'd like to do line 1 and line 2 as 1, 2, 3. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3. So on and so forth. Okay, that's just the level system. Where I'd like to take this next lesson is the Joe Morello control strokes, the eighth notes with the fills, the fill-ins. Okay, so here's what I'd like for you gentlemen to have if you're going to continue. Let me see where this is at. Yeah, I'm going to lose you for a second. Okay, and we're going to go. I want to show you some of the books that I think you should have if you're going to continue. Okay? Here you go. It's going to come up on the screen in a second. We have Master Studies 1 and Master Studies 2, the level system, stick control book, and accents and rebounds. I have one more, I believe. Hold on. Let me see if I have that. Okay, let me see. I think this is it. Okay. Charlie Wilcoxon and the Buddy Rich and Mike Clark's funk drumming. Now I can't hit on the funk drumming until I get back to the drum set. So everything I'm going to be doing for the month of August is just going to be a one surface, one-dimensional kind of lesson. And once we get that going on, we'll go to the drum set and we'll do some drum set applications. Okay, gentlemen? Now, who is not familiar with, everybody familiar with all the Vic Firth 50,000 rudiments? I used to be a rudimental lunatic. And when I first started, there was only 26 basic rudiments. And now, I don't know, there's what, 40, 50, whatever. And when you get older and you get more involved with this, now, the rudiments are cool because it's a way of communicating. All right? But, hold on, let me see what's going on here. Hey, Richard, how you doing? You're late. Time out, chair. All right. Like I said, the rudiments, you know, I was a little kid, what, 10, 11, 12 years old, and I had seen the drum corps come down the street, and I said I wanted to be able to do that. And I don't know what that means, Rich. But anyway, all you have to do is hit on the link in your hair. But anyway, you know, I watched these guys play rudiments, and I said, wow, I want to be able to do it. And it was a time in my life that I didn't even know how to play the doubles. I'd get confused. Did I just do 2 rights? Did I just do 2 lefts? And I would practice doubles all day. They'd sound like this until I found that niche. Okay, but now, as you, like I said, you get older, and the names of, what is this? What happens is, like I said, the rudiments in a field drumming situation, drum corps, is more for communication. You know, you tell the drum line, let's play some single paradiddles, and then say 2 measures of single paradiddles, and then 2 measures of 5-stroke rolls. So they know what you're talking about. It's a language. But in essence, is what it is. See, in my opinion right now, where I've come to understand, rudiments, you know, that's the beginning. And there's only actually 3 rudiments. There's singles, there's doubles, and there's flams. And that's the school I'm leaning towards. Okay? Now, you know, there's a 5-stroke roll. It's a combination of doubles and a single. Now, a paradiddle, in reality, is the first hybrid rudiment. Okay, hybrid meaning that it's a combination of a rudiment. So if you do a paradiddle sticky, it's a combination of single and double. Okay, and every rudiment after every line, after line 5 of stick control book is a hybrid rudiment. Okay, and they call it my mother's washing machine flop flop. You know, I don't know what the hell that is. It doesn't make any sense to me, but it's a language that field drummers mostly adapted to, and that's cool. It's all right. If it works for them, that's great. The other thing I don't like about field drummers, and it's not their fault, is they have the competitive attitude, and that really doesn't exist when you want to go forward. The only person that you really should be in competition with is you, no one else. I don't know if you gentlemen agree with that, but that's how I look at it. Okay, now, that's, you know, we're going to work with some rudiments. We're going to work with the flam paradiddles, the roughs, the rolls. Now, they're not called roughs anymore. They're called, for example, a 4-stroke rough in the Buddy Rich book. And by the way, there's a revised edition. It was done masterfully. And it was done by Ted McKenzie, who was a guest on my talk show. And, man, he did a great job. He really did. You know, there's a lot of things I don't agree with, but hey, that's me. And there's a lot of other people that don't agree with other things or don't agree with me, and that's okay. That's what makes the world colorful. Example, the 4-stroke rough is no longer labeled a 4-stroke rough. It's called a single 4. I get very confused, and I've been playing 1,000 years. I said, what the hell's a single 4? It's a 4-stroke rough. Simple. We're very closed. The one who demonstrates those rudiments really well, 2 guys that I know, that's Mr. Bruce Becker and Dr. John Woo. Great rudimental geniuses. Really good players. But, I mean, I don't play rudimental. I just play. And I played the tune, and I studied the levels, and I try to become better and better and better every day that I put the drumsticks in my hands. Gentlemen, some feedback on that. What's your take on the rudiments? I know, Richard, that you play with a fifing drum, is it? And Brian, do you play in a, what kind of music do you play when you're playing the drums? Somebody needs to respond, please. Anyway, we're going to do a lot of rudiments. We're going to do the language as yesterday and today. We play funk and jazz. Woof. Drum corps. What drum corps was that, Rich? Well, you're from Jersey. You're about 15 miles away from my studio. You should stop by once in a while. But I marched for a while when I was younger. They're no longer in existence, from a drum and bugle corps in Newark, New Jersey, called the Woodsiders. And it was a good experience. It was very intense, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. After I accomplished the rudiments that I wanted to do and learned the drum parts and whatever, and then marching and maneuvering, you know, it wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to play in a band, my drum set. The rudiments, you know, like, I don't think, Brian, did you understand what I said about the rudiments? There's only 3 rudiments in my book, and in reality, if you're playing a 5-stroke roll, okay, everybody's credentials are in. If you play a 5-stroke roll, it's right, right, left, left, right. Okay? And that's a 5-stroke roll. It's not, it's a rudiment, it's a language. I'm in a drum corps, the guy says, all right, the drum cap says, let's play some paradiddles and then turn them into 9-stroke rolls and paradiddles, or whatever. 1, here's a paradiddle. So the whole drum line, we're communicating. We're playing paradiddles, say for 3 measures. 1, 2, 3, nines. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Paradiddles. It's a language. But everything I just played there, what orchestra was that, Mike? What I just played here was a combination of singles and doubles. That's all it is. But like I said, it's the language, the communication of drum lines. And that's a good thing, man. That's cool. Now they got them all confused. I watched the video a while ago and it said the single 5. And I was saying, what the hell is a single 5? Well, it's a 5-stroke rough. They're playing singles 5 times. That's what Vic Firth's chart says. Oh, so what? It's a grouping of singles, and you start the 5-stroke roll. I will do a couple excerpts from the Buddy Rich book as well. When I went through the Buddy Rich book with a guy, his name was Charlie Tappan, and he used to work at the Adler building for many, many years. And he started off as a repairman, and because of the fact that Henry Adler has so many students, he took a few lessons with Henry Adler and developed his own following. Never had a gig in his life, but he knew the Buddy Rich book. He knew how to read very well, and he helped me out with my reading. And we're going to go through the some of the things in the Buddy Rich book. But the Buddy Rich book, I want to give you an example about the Adler system that they call molar and they call the stone system. It's just a natural way. Just you throw the stick down, she comes right back. For every action, there's an opposite reaction. And you know about that one, Brian. All right, Michael, did you play anything else besides? Did you play timpani, marimbas, xylophones? Because this Sunday, I have a friend of mine, John Berger, who is a very, very busy percussionist and drummer. He's always working, and he's always getting calls to play commercial gigs or to play in orchestras, chamber orchestras. Or good for you, Michael. And then you know about the harmonies of I don't want to get into that. That's insane. What happened to my computer? Wait a minute. What's going on? Hold on a second, gentlemen. What happened? Did I lose it? Yep, I did. Where did it go? There you go. I guess I'm still online. Okay. I thought I lost it for a second. But anyway, what I like for everybody to do, if you're going to be constant with this, when you can, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, now get a list of things you want me to do. And we'll work on it. Now, I had tonight, I wanted to do the syncopation book. Now, does everybody in the room understand the difference between straight up and down and swung? Because I wanted to make, play the syncopation book as written, cut time, and swung in a variety of different ways. There's a very kind of delay. There's nothing I can do about that. Okay? You see, Richard is telling you to come here. It's not good there. Sorry about that. There's definitely a delay. That's going to happen even on my site. It happens. You know, I'm talking, I'm doing something on the computer, I mean on the drum pad, I look at what's coming back, it's what I did maybe 5 seconds ago. That's pretty difficult to, okay. Straight up and down, swung and cut time. All right. Now, I'm making a couple thousand videos from the syncopation book, playing it as is. Now, I'm catering to an audience of everybody, beginner, intermediate, and advanced. I don't label people that way. You know, it's like if I could show, say if somebody in here has been playing 1,000 years, and I'm showing them, for example, how to do the syncopation book, whatever page, 3 against 4, playing it in cut time. Now, whether you played 1,000 years, you don't understand what I'm talking about. Are you a seasoned player, or are you a beginner? We're all at the same level. Everything that you learn that you don't know, you're at the same level. Now, I've done shows, and you know, do we all have the syncopation book here with us tonight, or no? Actually, you know, to learn how to read the syncopation book is cool, but to really play the syncopation book with somebody, if you have a trumpet player, he's singing it down for you. Okay, you have it, everybody has it. Okay. Let's go to, all right, syncopation book, page 31. Now you have to realize there's 3 of you gentlemen that are interacting with me, and there's other people in here that are hiding. Why, I don't know. All they need to do is say hello. Simple. Or ask a question. No problem. That's what this is about. If you want to not be here, don't be here. Simple. Okay, page 31. It's in 4/4 time, not cut time. Straight up and down. The term straight up and down is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And very stiff. I'm going to be a metronome. You also play trumpet, right, Brian? What a colorful world. Okay, let's go to page 31, line 1. Simple. Quarter note, 8th note rest, 8th note, quarter notes. It's all mathematics. This is the mechanics of learning how to read. I'm not phrasing. I'm not singing. I'm mechanically playing the line. So, I'm going to count this. First of all, if you just started to play, you can count this 2 different ways. As 16th notes, 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and that's good for you to keep the timing together. Or if you're just, you know, been playing this for a while, you can count it 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, or if you want to up the tempo, like let's say, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. And that's not very fast, but I'm not going to go 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. It's a lot of counting. So what I'm going to do is play as written. 1, 2, 3, 4, bop, bop, ba da. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just playing. I'm counting quarter notes. I'm not humming. I'm not singing. Nothing. All right. So we're going to take it way down for those who are not familiar with this. So, and this is good for your timing. We're going to go to 80. Or maybe 72 is better. Gentlemen, bear with me. I need to do this. And that's the quarter note. 1, 2. Now I'm going to count in 16th notes, and this is mathematical. You have a quarter note that equals 4/16. An 8th note equals 2/16. So here we go. I'm going to count this now in 16th notes. 1E and 2E and 3. Maybe it's too fast for that. Let me go back to 60. That's my quarter note. 1E and the 2E and 3E and the boom. 1E and the 2E and the 3E and 4. 1E and the 2E and the 3 and 4E and the 1. 2E and the 3E and the 4. Now, if you're beginning, that's the way you want to go into it. You want to pick up the tempo a little bit. You want to change perhaps the count. We're going to go to 120. Here's my quarter note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this time I'm going to revert to an eighth note count. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and watch. 1. 1 and 2, 3, zap. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So on and so forth. Now, you got it going on, you feel good about it. Drop it any tempo you feel comfortable with. I'm going to drop this at 160. A ding, 2, 3, 4, 1. I'm going to play straight up and down. 1, 2, a dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm actually doing a quarter note counting in my brain. And that's just straight up and down. Now, cut time. Cut time, I always refer to it as 2-4 instead of 2-2. Same thing, just about. Mechanically, no. Mathematically, no. But I think of 2-4. Instead of me playing 1, 2, 3, and 4, I'm thinking 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and. Okay, now, straight up and down in 4-4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, cut time. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. The difference between straight up and down eighth notes in 4 and cut time. Now swung, when somebody tells me to swing, I go right to a mental state of triplets. I think eighth note triplets. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and 1, 2, 3. Now the ands become the da of the triplet. The and of the triplet is always absent when I'm swinging. So I'm either going to play the downbeat or the da of the triplet. So with that being said, if I look at the first line, swung, 1, 2, now we play 4, 1 and the 2 and the 3, the 4 and 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. A swung. Now I'm just doing one surface right now, but there's a tremendous amount of things you can play from this. And I'm playing mechanically. I'm not singing or humming the line, which eventually you will do. And eventually you put a 12-bar phrase or a 16-bar, an 8-bar phrase, and you'll be playing sections of tunes like that. That's what playing is. There's no right, there is no wrong, as long as you maintain the rules and the regulations. No problem. Now, I didn't realize it's getting that late, gentlemen. And I need to get some dinner. But I will be back, what's today, Tuesday? Not next Monday, because that's the first, but I will do, next week I will do Tuesday, Wednesday, and the week after that, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, and then randomly I just might, just say, okay, here we go, let's do a lesson. But gentlemen, get on the mailing list, please, and I'll send you the agenda. Try to purchase those books. The Charlie Wilcox 150 Rudimental Solos, the level system, stick control, accents and rebounds, Morello's Master Studies 1 and 2. Now, there's so many different things. Okay, there's a tremendous amount of things we can do. I'm going to stop it here, and we're going to continue the next lesson. I really wish that the people that are in here would at least, identify themselves and say, hello, how are you? Simple. Okay, gentlemen, any questions about anything tonight? I can close it up. It'll be okay. Remember, I'm not coming back until next Tuesday. Tuesday at 1 p.m. Okay, you're welcome, gentlemen. My pleasure as always. Please put the questions together and stump me so I can go and research it and we can all learn together. No problem. Now I got another guy in here. Whoever is in here, would you please just recognize and say hello at least? I don't know who it might be. Now I'm going to try to do the control strokes next week, next lesson. That's from the Joe Morello Master Studies 1. I'm going to do the first 5 as written, and I'm going to do the first 5 with fill-ins. But there's a prerequisite for that one first. And that prerequisite would be the stick control book, the same concept, the same approach. So gentlemen, I just need a couple days off. I need to relax. I am all drumming crazy right now. And especially with Mike Clark, and I got to make a lot of videos. And Mike Clark is coming. And that's going to be one hell of a great old time, man. He's really into this. And you guys can interact with him, ask questions. And we're going to just do one surface. And then when I do open up my site again in September, he will be doing a couple shows on the drum set, talking about funk. Now, if anybody lives close by and who wants to hook up with him one-on-one in the studio, give me a holler. Okay, gentlemen, let's all have a good night and have a cup of coffee or have some dinner and relax, spend time with your family. Nah, you're not losing me. I just love what I do. And I think everybody here does love what they do. And it's just one happy thing going on here. Okay, gentlemen, I need to close down. Okay, gentlemen, have a great old time.